ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection for recessed lighting is governed by specific requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code, or NEC. Specifically, Section 410.4 D2 of the 2002 NEC addresses this. Let's clarify when GFCI protection is necessary. For recessed and lighting fixtures installed above the 8-foot minimum height specified in the 2002 NEC Section 410.4 D, GFCI protection is not required. However, for recessed and lighting fixtures installed below the 8-foot minimum height, GFCI protection is indeed required. The purpose of GFCI protection is to safeguard against electrical shock hazards, particularly in damp or wet locations, or where users are likely to come into contact with grounded surfaces. GFCIs work by monitoring the current flowing in a circuit. If there is an imbalance between the outgoing and returning current, even a small difference, it indicates a leakage of current, potentially through a person who is in contact with a live circuit. The GFCI quickly interrupts the circuit, typically within milliseconds, preventing serious injury or death. In the context of recessed lighting, the 8-foot height threshold is significant. Lighting fixtures installed within reach, which is generally considered to be below 8 feet, pose a greater risk of contact with individuals. Therefore, the NEC mandates GFCI protection in these locations to enhance safety. When installing recessed lighting, it is crucial to accurately measure the height of the fixture from the finished floor or walking surface. If the fixture is within 8 feet, ensure that the circuit supplying the lighting is GFCI protected. This can be achieved by using a GFCI circuit breaker in the electrical panel or by installing a GFCI receptacle upstream of the lighting fixture. It is important to note that the specific requirements for GFCI protection can vary depending on the local electrical codes and any amendments that may be in place. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes to ensure compliance. To summarize, if a recessed is above the 8-foot minimum requirement according to the 2002 NEC Section 410.4 D, it does not need GFCI protection. But if a recessed is below the 8-foot minimum, it does require GFCI protection. Ensuring proper grounding and bonding of the electrical system is also essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents, allowing the GFCI to function correctly. Bonding ensures that all metal parts of the electrical system are at the same potential, reducing the risk of shock. In addition to GFCI protection, it is important to use lighting fixtures and wiring methods that are suitable for the specific environment in which they are installed. For example, in damp or wet locations, use fixtures that are rated for wet locations and wiring methods that are approved for use in those areas. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation and use of lighting fixtures and electrical equipment. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from harm. Consider the type of bulb when using recessed lighting. Light-emitting diode or LED bulbs are energy efficient and produce less heat than incandescent bulbs. This can help to reduce the risk of fire. Also, ensure that the recessed lighting fixture is properly sized for the bulb being used. Using a bulb that is too large can overheat the fixture and create a fire hazard. Perform regular inspections of the electrical system, including recessed lighting fixtures, to identify any potential problems. Look for signs of damage such as cracked or broken fixtures, frayed wiring, or loose connections. If you find any problems, have them repaired immediately by a qualified electrician. Furthermore, consider the placement of recessed lighting fixtures in relation to other objects in the room. Avoid placing fixtures too close to combustible materials, such as curtains or furniture. This can create a fire hazard. When replacing bulbs in recessed lighting fixtures, turn off the power to the circuit before touching the fixture. This will help to prevent electrical shock. Use a non-contact voltage tester to verify that the power is off before proceeding. Always dispose of used bulbs properly. Some bulbs, such as fluorescent bulbs, contain mercury and must be disposed of according to local regulations. Review the specific requirements outlined in the NEC and any applicable local codes to ensure compliance with all electrical safety regulations.